There we go, dude. I hate when I click it and it takes like 10 seconds to pop in. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, cold
Absolutely
cuts.
based episode. We are
based
back,
episode
baby.
here with iDubbbz, the legendary iDubbbz.
It's
Extremely
me.
fresh.
Ruined immediately.
Extremely
Dude.
fresh.
Hey,
Bro, the
that's
way
pretty
you
good.
like have those
Okay.
boxing gloves on your microphone to show that you're gonna be like in a boxing match soon is like that's so cool, dude.
Yeah,
It's so based.
Very fucking cool.
yeah, dude. I really just don't know where else to put him.
Did you get
That's
those from
fresh.
Creator Clash?
No. I mean, well, I got him for it. Like, so
Okay.
when you
are you
when
Puerto Rican? What flag is that?
yeah, it's Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican
So
flag.
so I bought like a set of Puerto Rican flag boxing gloves, and I don't know if this is customary. I'm pretty new to the boxing world in general, but every pair of gloves seems to come with like a pair of like fucking novelty tiny ones.
Oh,
Hell
for
yeah.
real?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I guess I got these now.
In case you want to get your baby into boxing. It's
right.
Yeah.
Throw him in the ring.
young.
Dude, is
So
it
you-
true? I heard the Puerto Rican boxing gloves come with a brick that you can line the inside of your
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got
with. Yeah.
there's little places where you can slot knives in.
Oh,
or like
good.
make-
Yes.
or like
Fucking go.
or makeshift shivs.
Yo, you heard it here
Wow.
first. Froggy Fresh, we're coming to kill
Dead.
you. We
She's
are coming
dying.
to kill you.
No,
I'm just kidding.
no, I do not sign off.
Quoted by Chris Ray Gunn. You're dead,
Have you,
bro.
Chris? Have you talked to Froggy Fresh? Like
Yeah.
since you guys have decided to face off.
You guys are
against each
homies,
other?
right? Or
Well, I mean, we met in person. We've been talking on and off for a while. Like so initially when it was we went through like a bunch of different because I'm like a very specific height and weight class. I'm like a short guy. Like I'm like 5'4", like 120 at the time. Now I'm like 134, which is fucking insane. But
Mass.
so the pool was initially like I wanted to fight Ray William Johnson. He just I don't know where I don't know what he's doing. like that didn't
Ray
happen.
William Johnson.
I think he's on like Facebook or something. Like he's doing really well somewhere.
I think
is
he's
he
good.
actually?
Apparently, that's what I heard, man. Like,
Oh, jeez. All right.
and I think I initially the next one was Michael Reeves, who was in last year, but he didn't want to do it. Like after he
Who's
won
Michael
his fight.
Reeves?
Michael Reeves is he won his fight last year in Creator Clash. He makes like
Who am
he
I
makes those-
thinking of? The guy that used to play Superman and then fell off a horse and
Christopher
That's
Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Okay, that's what I thought you were saying you were gonna
Somebody
fight. Me. I
else.
was like, dude,
No,
I
no,
could
no.
kick his
Like,
ass, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's like it seems like a layup. Like you could just totally.
I mean, I don't know, man. He's
That's funny.
he's dead. But
Oh god.
Oh yeah, even easier.
Is he? Oh, even
yeah,
easier.
yeah. They
Easy.
just put Christopher Reeves
All
green
right, so-
skeleton in the fucking.
Wait a
ring.
minute. Who are you? Okay, so who's the actual guy you want?
So the guy I'm fighting is Froggy Fresh. He's
Who's the
like,
Reeves one though? I'm gonna look him up.
Reeves. He makes. As far as I don't absorb too much YouTube these days, to be honest with you, but like as far as I remember from like the short stint I looked into Michael Reeves on, he makes like robotics stuff. Like he's
that's
fucking
cool.
around.
Oh,
he's-
word.
Like he's fucking around with tasers and like shocking
Dude, this guy
devices.
is a twink, bro.
Dude,
I know.
he-
I was gonna
holy
say.
shit.
I
You
actually
guys-
think Christopher Reeves would have put up a better fight.
I
than this.
think
Oh
so,
man,
but-
you'd fucking dude, man.
Well, it
watch-
looks like Michael Reeves won his match.
dude, if you watch
won.
his fight last year, it's fucking crazy. He's like
Wow.
really good. Like it's
Damn.
nuts.
That's awesome. Good for
And
him.
so that's why I wanted to fight because we're obviously like same height, weight, basically. And it was like, oh, that'd be a fucking perfect fight. But he didn't want to do it again. After he won, he was like in the ring. They were like, so you gonna do this again? And he was like, fuck no, dude. And I respect that. I'm probably gonna be the same.
Dude, I do the same, bro. That's like
Seems
when you beat your
exhausting.
friend in a video game who's way better than you, and they're like rematch, and you're like,
Like,
nope,
nope.
yeah, I fucking
This
won,
is
bro.
it.
I'm
That
out.
was it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm undefeated now.
God damn, bro. This guy Michael Reeves does fucking numbers on YouTube. He's got this one video that says teaching a robot dog to pee beer. And it has like 15 million views.
Dude, it's fucking the stuff he makes is fucking nuts. Like I wish
It
I
is
had I
wild.
had the patience to sit there and I think he taught like a fish how to invest in stocks or something. It's fucking nuts.
What?
Yeah.
This is
Yo.
like the clickbait thumbnails are like they write themselves.
Yeah,
for
but
this
the
guy.
but the thing is, it's like
Christ.
it's not even clickbait because it's it's real. Like it's basically like he does what he says he's going to do, and it's interesting shit. It's fucking weird, and it's sparse. I like content creators that like, it's one video and then they're gone for like a large amount of time, and then they come back with this fucking random banger that you're just like, what the fuck is this?
yeah.
Why are you teaching a fish how to fucking invest in the stock market?
That is pretty
Well,
fresh.
It's cool. I like that. It's like
I
very
know
old
that-
school.
I know that like I noticed when I was kind of watching some of your videos also preemptively before we had you on. I know like a lot of ray gun heads, like a lot of your followers,
Gun heads, bro.
Gunhead. They seem to point out the fact that you take long breaks between like uploading videos. Do you feel like that's still the case, or are you on like a steady flow now?
I mean, ever since doing this boxing thing, I mean, like this is very time consuming, like insanely. And so like I'm training like 4 times a week. It kind of restructures the way you're supposed to live your life, because like before I could just stay up till like 5 a.m. writing and like editing and doing all that. I can't really do that anymore because I have to be up at a certain time. I got to go to the gym. I got to fucking destroy my body. I got to
change your diet at all?
Yeah. I had to, because like my metabolism is dumb fast. So like I can't, it's hard for me to gain weight, which is like normally great. But like in a situation like this, it's like, that sucks. So I had to, I drink like 3 protein shakes a day with like mass gainer and shit.
Oh, based, bro.
It sucks. It sucks.
Does it?
I can't fucking wait. Look, man, I like boxing. It's fucking awesome. Like it's a great way to get in shape. And it's so fucking fun just beating the shit out of people and just like beating the shit out of bags. It's awesome. But I can't wait for this to be over just because it's so fucking time consuming. And I just want to get back to like making bullshit.
Bro, have you considered dirty bulking and skipping the mass gainer and just like eating fucking 3 burgers? Or
I fucking can't do it, man. Like I get so
you got the baby bird stomach.
I did like I used to eat, dude. I used to eat like before this maybe like 18 to 1700 calories a day. Like fucking nothing. Like I was fine.
Much.
I could go like days without eating. Like I don't know if it was like an eating disorder or whatever. I don't really care. But like I wasn't really that affected by it. But like now I'm at 3,000 plus, like
it's a lot.
Day, and it's like a massive, like, dude, it hurts. It just hurts because your stomach's not. It reminds me of like a long time ago, like one of my first experiences on edibles where I got like so fucking hungry. It was like the first intense like edible high that I ever had. I got so hungry that I ate like 2 Five Guys burgers and all the fries. I ate like a fucking a big ass milkshake. I had a fucking what's the Taco Bell the folded fucking
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah, I had a Crunchwrap Supreme and 3 quesadillas, a bowl of cereal, and a fucking Subway sandwich. And I ate it all in like a matter of like maybe like 2.5, 3 hours.
My God,
and I woke up in the middle of the night the next day, fucking I couldn't breathe. Because my lungs were being compressed by my fucking stomach,
bro.
Because I was paranoid of like because of the weed too. So I went to fucking urgent care because I'm like, yo, I think I might like rupture my fucking stomach. And they're like, I thought I was, dude. It was fucking like, you know when you like you're about to sneeze and you get that to that apex, and then it lets. Every time I was about to sneeze, it would get to the apex and my lungs would fill up, and then it would hurt.
Oh,
and then
Jesus Christ!
So, like it was fucking crazy. So I don't know, man. It's just
I feel like if you eat that much, like the ghost of Shoe Nice like shows up at the foot of your bed and tells you to knock it off.
I had no idea I could pack that amount, and apparently I can't. Like there's very specific things I can, like pasta, pizza, fucking. Those are gone. Those are gone easily. But like fucking burgers and shit, no, that's heavy. So
I'm a burger boy. I'm a little burger boy.
I'm finding as I get a little bit older, like now, I'm noticing I can't eat the same shit that I used to eat without problems. Like I can't eat like a huge bowl of pasta without it fucking me up now. And that's like,
what do you mean, like acid reflux or like?
I don't know if it's acid reflux or if it's a gluten intolerance or what. Like there's something there, but like if I eat something that's like really fucking carb heavy, like a giant bowl of like pasta bolognese, and I'll keep eating. Like I won't.
Yeah.
I can sit there and eat the whole thing, but then
it's gonna fuck you up later
afterwards, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, man, I've been like kind of lactose intolerant for a long time. It's not gonna stop me from eating fucking pizza.
I know,
man.
That's how I feel too.
I'm totally fine dying.
Dude, I'm literally the same way. I literally have a pack of Lactaid pills back there, and I just don't take them. I just eat milk, and I'm like, dude, I'll blow my asshole out. I don't give a fuck.
I'll be fine,
bro. I gotta ask because I was doing a little research on you to catch up. Because I was
no,
just a little research. But do you have any black genetics in you?
I don't know. I don't imagine.
Every picture you take is like the light skin meme where they're like, or like making a sexy face, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know how to pose for pictures, man. I just default to the same shit every day, or I just like make myself look as ugly as possible.
I haven't found an
I
ugly
found
one,
that,
bro.
too.
I haven't found an
I mean,
ugly. It's
thank
always
you.
like straight on or this like
Handsome.
sly like head tilt like
That's awesome.
this like this.
don't know,
I'm like,
man.
dude, what the fuck?
I don't know.
All
how
right,
to-
that makes
I got
sense.
no idea.
That makes
Dude,
sense.
I got a question also, because watching some of your watching some videos from 4 years ago, right? 5 years ago,
yeah.
when you were more focused on the dialogue, which it seems like it's. I mean, I guess now it's a little passe anyway. Like people aren't really throwing the word SJW around anymore. Now
No. It's been fucking raped.
People don't. Yeah, now woke is the one that gets thrown around, and they've kind of just been like replaced with each other, I guess. But like. Do you feel like shit has changed, or it's gotten worse, or do you think the videos that you made back then ring true, or are they kind of like a product of their time?
Yeah. Do you still think there's no rest for the triggered? Is what I think.
I feel like there are very few videos that I made back in the day that I don't still stand by, sincerely. Like I think there was only one video initially where it was like in the beginning of all of this. And I remember this because it was like when it was in my first apartment when I moved out to California. And so this is like really early on, where Richard Spencer was at like some fucking thing and he was like, hail our country, hail our people, or whatever.
Yes.
And I remember like at the time thinking that was like a meme. Like, cause it was just, it seemed so ridiculous at the time that someone would get it. We're in a way different time now where Kanye West is going on Alex Jones' show in a fucking hockey mask, you know? So like,
It's true.
The satirical nature of the world is just like fucking way different. But at the time it felt like, oh, this is obviously just not real, especially because at the time, so many people were being called like Nazis for fucking dumbass reasons.
For nothing.
So like at the time it was super fucking easy to be like, he's probably not a Nazi. Turns out, I mean, that guy's fucking extra. Turns out he's extra, like fucking out, like level set, like level fucking, I don't even know, whatever game you play, whatever fucking, you know.
He's like OT8 on the Scientology.
He's prestiged,
Nazis,
man.
You know,
he's fucking prestiged racist. And so, you know, that's probably the only video. And even then, I still think that video is fucking funny.
What video did you say he wasn't a Nazi in the video?
I just kind of was like, this doesn't seem real. Like it seems too ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of went through some of that shit too, and it reminds me of that stupid meme that's like, wait a minute, you guys are actually racist. It's hard to tell sometimes, but dude, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. But I don't know. I think obviously the videos that I used to make are very, very centered around current events. So like a lot of the current events obviously aren't relevant, but I tried as best I could to make them as entertaining and as simple in the point that they were trying to make as possible. So that way, like even if the subject matter is like ancient or like not really relevant or interesting anymore, hopefully the comedy is, and hopefully the point at the end isn't rooted so specifically in the specific, you know, event, and more just kind of a broader, like there are things that happen now almost every day that I could probably just take an old video of mine and say, this is what I think of this. Yeah. Because, you know, it was never, I don't know. I never got into this to teach anybody anything, you know, it was just kind of like, oh, I think this is fucking funny. And why would I not laugh at like Australian, like white women rapping about white privilege? Like it's just fucking cringe as hell. Like, it's just embarrassing. Even if you know, and it's not even like a disparaging, it's not even like a criticism necessarily of the politics. It's just a matter of like, what makes you think that this is the way to get your point across? It's fucking baffling.
Yes, that's real. That's true. And that still rings true. That shit is, a lot of that shit.
Although I must say Australian women are incredibly sexy, bro. That's
true.
That's stupid ass accent, bro. They're like the antithesis of fucking British fucking women. Bro. The worst.
I fucking 100% agree. It's frustrating.
Based gun, bro.
But it's frustrating because you know they're all fucking criminals.
Yeah, that's what I like, bro. I'm trying to commit some sex crimes, baby. No. I mean, dude, how much were your videos inspired by? Sorry, Harris, for cutting you off.
No.
Dude, we've gone like 20 minutes recording without
talking over each other.
Yeah, usually I fucking trample over you.
That's all right. Good.
How much of your video setups? Because, like I said, Harris and I were like, we should probably watch some old Chris Ray Gun. We got to catch up on his shit. How much of your shit is inspired, do you feel like, by iDubbbz? Not content-wise, but you guys have like a very similar setup.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Or did you do it first?
Well, I mean, I think we were both I don't know who did it first. I do know I found iDubbbz way later than I think a lot of other people. I actually met his current wife first, which is kind of
That's what I thought, because I remember seeing a video where it was like it was some what's her name, Jamba?
Anissa Jama, yeah.
It was some anti-Jamba video, but they were posting all this shit of her. Chris, you're so sexy. Chris, you're such a little sexy man. And I was
That's true.
Oh,
that's all,
baby. Oh,
base.
That's because she's a fucking bully, and she knows that makes me uncomfortable, and she just fucking like just I don't know, man. That was fucking hysterical. There's so many people who still to this day think like, oh man, Chris helped his iDubbbz' girlfriend cheat on him. It's like, bro, I don't even know what the fuck is going on at this point.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird. Like the internet runs with some bizarre shit. But like honestly, I think I don't know if I was really inspired by iDubbbz that much. Most of it's JonTron. Sincerely, like JonTron is like JonTron is like a big influence on the channel. Like in a way that I can't really like.
Is that
separate
why
it?
Before we started recording, you were talking about racial
like crime statistics?
Yeah. It's why before we started recording, I was going over the skull. Of,
that's right. Yeah,
the caliper is just.
No, I mean, honestly, JonTron is it like especially some of those classic like old JonTron YouTube videos. He definitely, I could see how he paved the way for a lot of.
They're fucking great. Like he's a natural entertainer. I liked.
Fresh.
I liked the style of just irreverence and like editing.
Yeah, the editing.
And I felt like that was a style that was, lacking in it, specifically in political content, which is the stuff that I was consuming a lot of at the time. And I was like, it would be interesting if I could do political content in the way that, John and some of the other people who were working alongside him at the time were doing like video game stuff. Because that genre, that video game, that shit's like super saturated, like it's very, but in politics, it's usually just either like a PNG of a fucking cartoon in a fucking suit, or it's just some guy standing in front of a webcam being fucking boring.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I could probably fuck with this. And in the beginning, I think it was very, very, JonTron ripoff, obviously, because this is kind of how you find your footing. I think eventually it evolved into its own thing. I think iDubbbz had some influence. I think honestly, before I saw iDubbbz, I had recorded in kind of like a different location every time. And so I didn't have like a standard kind of like backdrop.
Like a set.
Yeah, like a, my computer's in the back. And I was like, that's probably smart for me to just have at least some level of consistency.
Yeah.
But that's probably the biggest iDubbbz influence. I don't think.
Were comparisons ever like frustrating to you? Like, did you ever get to a point that you were like, because that would bug me, I think, if there was another creator that was like, people were like, yo, bro, you're exactly like this guy. You're exactly like this guy.
We had a very attractive twink come on and call you Adam Friedland, and you
kind of were like,
no! Yo, wait a minute.
I could see how that could get annoying, but did it ever rub you the wrong way, or did you kind of just roll with it as like a meme?
I don't think it bothered me that much. It was because I remember like Keemstar called me like an iDubbbz clone a long time ago, which just gave me like an opportunity to make a video like, and I just sort of made it. I made the drama alert set in my fucking room.
Funny.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
So I copied it. I even got an idea out of it that I never actually did. I wanted to do like a show called Content Clone, where I tried to like mimic another fucking person's style as perfectly as I could. But that was like way harder. That was easier said than done. So I was like, fuck that. But no, I don't think it really bothered me. That it was, if anything, early on, I felt like it was a pretty big compliment, because that was like, oh shit, all right, well, especially because I knew, like in my own kind of brain and from my own experience, that like, oh yeah, he had very minimal influence over me, so it's kind of cool to be compared,
great
in that way,
like,
So no, it never bothered me really.
I was watching another one of your older videos, which is a highly viewed one. It was like recommended to me. That was it was you talking about the "This Is America" music video, which is like so funny.
Yeah,
you remember that one? And it's funny because it's another one that like we're talking about how many years ago was that? 5 years ago now?
God, yeah,
maybe more than that. And it's like it's so weird to watch that now and be like, that feels like a long time ago, but also like not at all. Like,
Dude,
it, like
the pandemic,
yeah.
the pandemic fucked everything.
The timeline,
Like
yeah.
actually, like 2 years ago feels like a decade ago.
Yeah,
It's fucking weird. Like I don't know, man. I look back. I've been on YouTube since 2007, so seeing some of my videos,
that's crazy. It's a long
yeah.
time.
A lot of those videos, a lot of those early videos are very, very, very private. But
Okay. That's great.
But yeah, I've been on for a long time. So seeing like videos of me when I was like fucking 13 or whatever, it's just like holy shit.
Oh, you were making videos that far back.
That's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
I was making.
How old are you now? 29?
I'm 29. Yeah.
Okay.
So fucking most of my life I've been doing this technically.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, that's
bro.
awesome.
Yeah, because I started editing at like 7 or like 8 because I got my hands on like Windows Movie Maker and I was like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Oh, the
but-
OG, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
So you're
base.
saying the pandemic screwed a lot of things up and someone has to pay and you want Dr. Fauci's head removed from his body.
Yes.
That's the point you're kind of making. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Aaron
cool,
Harris
yeah.
will agree with that enthusiastically.
Totally. Yeah.
I want Fauci's entire skin removed and then mass reproduced as Halloween costumes for the
Based.
Oh,
future
that is
generation.
fresh.
Based.
That's
Let's fucking go, dude.
Uh,
I still have this page pulled up of you doing all your little sexy faces. And there's one of just you and Lexi Green, and then a fat ass Brazzers fucking stamp.
yeah.
I don't know
God.
why, but you're not still piping, are you? You guys split?
We split up a,
Were you
a
guys
while
dating,
ago.
or was that just
We
like a
were-
meme?
We
You
were dating. Well,
Okay.
it's fun. At first we were just talking, and that infuriated people.
I remember
and
because you made a video and I
there's a
watched that.
video.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have to salute you for getting in on the inside and taking down a feminist. Just
Well,
by
let's
hooking up with
chill.
So
Let's
stupid.
chill.
Okay, no.
Let's fucking relax. This is somebody. I actually
no hate.
No, I actually I saw her like a month ago. Well, we're still very, very close. Like we went through a fucking weird, like that was, dude, I can't fucking believe there were articles about our relationship written in fucking like big publications that had no fucking business talking about any of it. Like
Yeah.
Why?
I remember
Did that
You
happen?
guys were like Romeo and Juliet, bro. Like it just
that's what everybody kind of put on us. It's kind of bizarre, but like I remember specifically, I'll never forget this. It's off the site now. Interestingly, I wish I could find it, but there was sincerely an article about me and Lacey on the fucking New York Times, and I was like,
What?
"What the fuck is
That's
this?"
crazy.
What,
That's
were
crazy.
they trying to paint you as like a bad guy? Or?
No, what's funny about it is it was actually like very, very fair. It's just a matter of just like why am I next to this fucking village in fucking Uzbekistan being like
for
fucking
real.
rained on by fucking nitric acid bomb?
You're
Like
cooler than fuck Uzbekistan, bro. I'm here for Chris Ray Gun, baby.
it was, I don't know, man. That was a fucking bizarre time. And so like we split up about, I think we were together for like maybe like 2 years almost or
Did
something.
the breakup have anything to do with all the drama that surrounded it, or was
No.
it just a natural thing?
No, it was just a natural, like we just
Yeah.
sort of, we were really good friends, but I mean, I think we just kind of wanted to do different things. And we're still super close. We still text every now and again. I saw her, like I said, like literally like a month ago. So it's not like any like weird, it wasn't like I fucking hate this bitch.
Yeah.
No.
Is she still making videos too, or is she kind of like, is she doing her own thing now?
Yeah, I remember
Well,
I
that-
used to
well, that
hear
was-
about her all the time. And
Yeah,
now it's
yeah.
like never again.
She was the poster child for SJW feminism in the same way that I was kind of like this weird poster boy for alt-right, like right-wing people, even
Yeah.
though like neither of us were that person. So like I think that's why people were so shocked when we got together, because it's like, ooh, these diametrically opposed people. It's like, we're not really that. Like we,
Yeah.
not really. Like we're
Dude,
pretty
did
fucking similar.
Did she not see herself as that? Because I get how you didn't feel that you were like the figurehead of like the alt-right, but I could totally see how she would feel that way about the feminist stuff, because that was like her whole thing, no?
Well, her thing was sex education specifically. So she would just be literally just teaching sex ed stuff. And then she would talk about social issues sometimes, but it was never like the main crux of like what she would talk about. And when she did
Okay.
talk about it, I don't know, it was just very bizarre. She was one of the few people like early on where I feel like people are awkwardly piling on this person when they're not really saying much.
Hmm.
And I think it was purely because of SEO, because she was like the biggest figure that was like associated loosely with that
Right.
movement. And even at the time, I don't know how active you guys were back in those days, But there were other creators too, like fucking like Milo Stewart and Riley Dennis, and these weird kind of like they were just like trans or non-binary kids who
It
were
was
just
Riley.
Riley Dennis.
I'm thinking of.
And they were sharing some opinions that I remember feeling like, yeah, they're a bit cringe, but also like, I don't know. At the time, I felt like these are literally kids.
Yeah.
So like it's not, it's different than like, it's different than BuzzFeed or like MTV being like, manspreading is a real fucking problem and you should care about it for some reason, as opposed to like some kid on YouTube expressing them. Like, I don't know. Like I just never found it. Like I never made videos about those people, but I'm looped into conversations where like Chris Reagan used to make those videos about Riley Dennis. It's like, you fucking actually just don't. You're fucking Berenstein bearing yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's purely because of
Jewish?
association. Right? I don't know.
Was that the implication with Berenstein
might have been. Yeah.
There's no way though. But who else has
Jewish.
Steen as a last name?
Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah,
they had to be Jewish, bro.
I'm pretty sure they were.
We need to get to the bottom of
which
this.
Is hilarious, which is weird because they're not very funny.
There you go. Did any of the people that you kind of were throwing hands with back in let's say like 4 or 5 years ago, when people were upset about the like Lacey Green situation and some of the other stuff, like I remember you were calling out some other creators or like Twitter accounts that were just being shitheads and saying stupid shit. Like,
oh yeah.
Did you ever come around and talk to those? Did anything change with your relationship with those people? Did you ever interact with them again, or did they completely just phase out of your life?
The people who had a problem with my relationship?
Not even that. I guess not even about the relationship, but is there anybody in the past that you've sort of like thrown stones at, or like were making criticisms against, but then
you regret going so hard against them? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. Or have you had like any further interactions with any of those people?
No,
not really.
No. So honestly, for real, I don't hold on to shit really. Like I don't have the time or energy or care. So like if I have a problem with somebody in the moment, I'm gonna make that known for sure. But like honestly, a week later, I don't really remember or care. Like I've had people come up to me like or like DM me like years later. About like, hey man, you went really hard on me or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, I don't remember who you are. Like, I've got to go back and just like, oh yeah, I remember this. It's a funny video though, so I'm gonna leave it up.
That's kind of brutal, dude. That's kind of brutal.
No, I mean, I understand that. People say stupid shit on the internet and don't think that people are going to say anything back. So like I think that's what you were reacting to, is like people saying stupid shit.
Yeah, there are people who absolutely like, dude, I remember there was this content creator who I won't name out of respect because it's so old at this point, like it'd be dumb to name it, but they streamed like 6 hours every day for like several straight days after me and Lacey like confirmed that we were together, just literally about it and how like bad it was that it was happening. I remember she said something along the lines of like, I'd almost prefer if she was dating Sargon.
Oh god, dude, yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
I'm sure they don't feel that way now looking back.
I bet the fuck not. But
hey, that guy is such a chimp, bro. He is such a fucking chimp, dude. Literal monkey brain. Dude, it is so fucking funny that there was a point in time where he was considered an intellectual heavyweight. It is one of the funniest things on the internet, bro.
That pendulum swung back. Yeah.
I really hated that label, like that idea. The I don't know, man, because like when I got involved, I really just it was so fun. It was so fucking funny. Like it was just, all of this was just so ridiculous. How could you not have fun and laugh at it? But then it was like there were content creators who came in a little bit after, because I think it was Shoe on Head, me, and like maybe like a small handful of others, like if anyone, who were really kind of just, we would share our opinions, sure, but like it was mostly just like goofing, having a laugh. And then other people came in. It's like, let me teach you how to save the West.
Dude, and, literally,
and
bro.
Let me be it was just very didactic. and just like very much like I'm trying to teach like a new generation. And it's like, no, this is fucking cringe. Like the second you take yourself this seriously, you've lost. In my opinion,
dude,
it's like
1,000,000%.
That's very true. Yeah.
Do you regret it all? We're down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds before we have to take a little break and restart the call. We're on the free version of Zoom. We're
based.
Exactly. But you might not be able to answer this in time. But do you? I know you were saying there was no content you really regretted making, but do you regret getting labeled as like an alt-right figurehead? Although, to add on to that, you seem to have gotten out of it with much less hate than someone like H3, who still to this day people like hate on severely.
Yeah. I mean, H3 makes it kind of easy because like
I find him so fucking annoying, dude.
Like I've met him in person a couple times. I like him. He's nice. I like Gila a lot. Like Gila's very, very pleasant and sweet. But like
people say she's looks like an ugly horsewoman. She kind of bad, bro. She kind of bad in my opinion. I know she's someone's wife, but I'm just throwing that out there. She's
really nice, and I like them generally. But like I don't know, man. It's the same thing as you like certain people offline, and then like on Twitter they're like insufferable. It's kind of like a situation where it's like okay, I got to separate you from your Twitter account if I'm gonna like you. But as far as like, do I regret? I'm sorry, I kind of like went off on a tangent. What was the original?
No, you're good. Do you regret being labeled as like an alt-right figurehead and then having to come out and be like, I'm not a Nazi, blah blah blah?
I mean, it's. I would prefer it didn't fucking happen. I wish people would just had the basic common sense to understand, like, when you're poking fun at people who happen to be on your side, it doesn't mean that you inherently disagree with every fucking facet of the ideology.
With that. It's like, dude, why can people tell jokes anymore without it being like,
it's fucking bizarre. Well,
you must save the West.
But I feel like we understood this a while ago. Like Colbert and like Jon Stewart, they made fun of they hit everyone, and everybody seemed to understand where they were politically. But for whatever reason, like I don't know, fucking 2016, like you call Hillary like a fucking corrupt idiot. And suddenly it's like a sexist. And now, like 6 years later, it's like, oh yeah, she's a corrupt idiot, and everybody thinks that way. It's like, oh cool, so you just called me a Nazi for years because I was right. Because I was right before you. Fuck that.
She does have a fat dumper. She does have a big dumper. Yo, we're about to cut off. I'm gonna take a little Siggy break. Harris, do you have a joke to lead us out with?
Yes.
Make Chris laugh. Make it extra funny, okay?
So Lizzo. All right, you guys know. Lizzo,
strap in. We back, baby.
We back.
We have so many patron. Like we have no less than like 55 patron questions.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through all these guys.
There's no way we're gonna get through all of them, but
we'll try.
Definitely, we'll get through some of the good ones at least. Yeah.
All right, here's a great one to start with because you mentioned this chick earlier, and I have some thoughts on her. But this is from Madre Mothra, one of our executive patrons. God bless. Dude, I'm like my dad, bro. I keep pronouncing everything so fucking wrong. So stupid. Do you find shoe on head to be hot? That's a hard-hitting one.
Do I find my friend to be hot?
Are you guys are homies?
We're like relative. Shoe is, I think, objectively a hot person. Like I think that's pretty fair.
I didn't know she was bald.
I don't think she's bald.
I heard she. I thought she was. I heard she was bald and was.
Where did you hear
wigs. That? Am I wrong?
I don't think that's real.
Well,
all right, damn, dude. I thought this whole time she had a cue ball head and was just putting on like fake bang.
I feel like it sounds like she spread that rumor to like dupe people. Almost.
Maybe hit us in the comments below.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Why did it? Wait, I have a question. Why, if Chris, if you're maybe because you have the inside scoop, but why did she want to delete Twitter? Why did she why is she not on Twitter anymore?
Oh, I mean, I think she's talked about it. She just needs a break. It's just fucking annoying. It's just annoying being hassled. It is annoying being hassled all the time as a public figure. Every time you say like fucking anything, and then it turns into this fucking massive
dialogue.
Media. Yeah, it's like,
dude, I thought it was because someone signed up for that Patreon tier that said she would shut the fuck up if they paid her $50K a month. Was that not true?
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I think it's a personal, just sort of like, this is annoying.
I understand that.
That makes sense.
I don't blame her.
So you are saying she's V hot and you want to smash? Okay, good.
All right, let's chill. Let's fucking relax.
I'm trying to get Chris canceled, baby. Here's you know what? I had this question I want to ask you. Has anyone ever called you Chris Gay Cum?
No, never. No. Every day, probably.
Damn it! I
Yeah,
thought I was
every day.
original. I thought
No.
I was
no,
original.
yeah, no, I think
Okay.
literally every moment of every day, someone says that at least once.
Here's a
Oh,
great one from Shrek the Third. Why
Okay.
did you impregnate my pal Rachel in 2018? She's very furious, and her baby daddy ain't paying child support, despite being a big bad YouTuber.
Look, man, snooze, you lose. I don't know, man. I got out of there.
Base.
I got out of there. You should have caught me.
Exactly.
This one says, okay. Oh, here. Okay, this guy asked a few questions, but here's the one that caught my eye.
Is this
Thoughts on-
Dengar? Oh,
No,
okay.
I was looking at Wow 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 Boy.
Oh, word. Okay.
There's a few that you might find interesting, but first, thoughts on the Hogwarts Legacy situation? Is it a decent game, putting aside the controversy?
Have you played it?
Yeah, I've been playing it on and off. It's fine. It's very much like if I don't know, I'm not in the business of necessarily giving numbered scores, but if I had to, like if I was back in the corner, it's like a 7.5. You know, it's solid.
Decent.
It's
pretty
So
good.
fine.
You hate trans people, you're saying. That's the point I'm trying to
Is
make.
that the?
Yeah, that's I guess what that means.
It is. It is fascinating how much free advertising that game got.
Dude,
from just people.
I said this on Twitter and I got a little bit of heat for it, but I think I don't even necessarily think it's an opinion. I think it's just objectively like provable. Like if you're out there harassing streamers for playing it or like talking every day about how bad of a game it is and how like no one should play it, I think you've objectively done more harm to the trans community than people who bought the game. Like,
Oh,
like
100%.
just straight up.
There's probably something there.
Because there's no look, man. Harry Potter's, I get it. It's like a big franchise, and the game looked pretty good for a while, so people were hyped for it. But this game's approaching like Elden Ring numbers, and I'm sorry, it's the game's not as good as Elden Ring. It's not even fucking close, and it just wouldn't have that provenance if it weren't for the fact that it was part of this fucking conversation. And it's
That's
like
real.
I get it in some sense. It's like, okay, yeah, this is like one of those conversations where it's like, all right, you have something that is innocuous on its own that's connected to somebody of some level of controversial background, and it's like, okay, these conversations happen, but you really thought you were gonna fucking boycott this game in any real meaningful way? This isn't like the 40s, and it's not your local hardware store, like this is like a fucking global phenomenon. People go to Harry Potter World every fucking day.
That's
like
true.
It was doomed from the start, and so to even make this a political point in the first place was just a dumb fucking decision. Like,
Dude, that's why I was like, dude, if you really wanted to cause damage to people buying the game, if this was 10 years ago and say J.K. Rowling had never said anything transphobic or whatever,
yeah.
I would have just been like, bro, Harry Potter is for baby monkey retards. Like, why would you play a game for baby monkeys? Like that would have been so much more effective at stopping people.
Yeah, it's just they you got to pick your battles, and this was just not a battle to pick. It's just you're not going to win against Jay. Like, and also, dude, she's fucking loaded. I think people don't understand the concept of what it is to be a billionaire, which is fair because I don't think our brains are really built for that. To be
fuck you, money. Fuck you,
money.
Like,
I think people are coming at it from like, oh, well, if I was in charge of a game that sold that many copies, I have my life so drastically changed, and I could go and fund all these bad things and harm, minorities or like marginalized groups in ways that I couldn't before. No, J.K. Rowling. If this game would have if this game sold 0 copies, J.K. Rowling would still be as fucking loaded, and she would still be funding all the shit that she funds. She would still be saying all the shit that she says. Wouldn't have made any material difference at all. And so I don't know, man. I feel like just making this a fight in the first place was like, it's almost like you want to lose.
Yeah.
Just dumb. It's just dumb. It's dumb political strategy, and it's also just fucking innocuous, like first world, incredibly privileged nonsense to give a shit about. Like, oh, you played the fucking Expecto Patronum video game, and that is like a genuine statement on your politics. You're out of your fucking mind.
Bill Burr
what
has
Hogwarts
a funny
house would you be in?
Bill Burr has a funny bit where he's like
remedial English.
Yeah, he's talking about how like when you have that kind of money, that's like you could literally just murder a guy in cold blood, and then the next morning your lawyer is like talking to the police on your front lawn while you're like eating hash browns in your bathrobe.
Yeah,
Like, it's like that kind of money you could just she could literally do whatever the fuck she wants.
Right,
if
but
that's the money.
I think a lot of people have a hard time conceptualizing that because they're not familiar with it. Like they don't
Yeah.
have access to fuck you money, so they don't really see.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
It's
we're both of us here are not familiar with it.
Oh, let me
With
tell you,
it,
the
for sure.
second I get $1 billion, there's a short list of people that I'm about to murder when I get
Fauci.
$1 billion.
We're coming for you, Fauci, and
Yeah,
Froggy
yeah.
Fresh.
There is also
I'm
kind of
coming for Froggy.
there's a sad irony that half the people that are boycotting the game have that stupid little triangle tattoo from the Harry Potter movies.
Oh,
where he's
dude.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who has that tattoo is
sorry
the
to
worst
anybody.
human.
Sorry,
I
I'm sure
brought
we
him-
have some listeners. That
I
have
brought him up on the podcast before, but there was this. There's this guy I know who's also named Zach who does hip hop violin. He just got hired to do the score on that stupid ass horror movie Winnie the Pooh.
That's so
what?
funny.
Blood and
That's
honey.
so fucking
Dude,
funny.
Literally,
that's
dude.
awesome.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
dope.
But he was showing me his tattoos, and I was like, "Yo, thank God you don't have that cringe ass fucking triangle." What is it even called?
This
The
is the
Elder
Deathly
Wand.
Hollows. The Deathly Hollows.
The Deathly Hollows Elder Wand triangle
that.
thing, and he was like, literally lifted up his shirt and had it, and I was like, God damn, dude.
Fuck.
God damn it, dude.
All
All right, let me we skipped this one because you went to Wow Wow, but
Sorry,
jump back. No, you're good.
Go ahead.
This is from Dangar. How much money would it take for you to drink 5 gallons of cum? And I'm assuming I don't know if there's a time limit or
Gallons.
that's a lot.
Gallons?
That is
That's
a
a
fucking
lot.
lot of cum, bro.
And that's probably not from one person. That's probably like a cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I would for free if it was like a hot ass hung bitch. I'm doing that for $5, bro. I'll do that.
I
daily,
don't know,
dog.
man. Is it is it safe?
cum.
Let's just say for the question, it's completely sterile.
So like there's no AIDS in it.
No, I'm assuming no. Although I don't
That
think
would-
I don't know if you can get AIDS from swallowing a AIDS load.
A load?
I mean,
Jamie,
I
look
wouldn't.
that up.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't test that.
That's
wouldn't-
that's fair. I don't know if I
So,
would either.
I wouldn't
so-
test it.
So 5 fucking gallons? Can I spread it out over the course of my entire life? Like, can I put like a drop in like a small drop in every like drink that I have?
I
for,
would
like-
say yes, but I would assume unless you're getting it fresh, the gallon jug is just sitting there, and I'm assuming the cum is only going to taste worse as time goes on.
maybe.
I'm assuming. I don't know if cum keeps. I've never tried it.
Yeah, I've never tried it either.
Hmm.
Although those jars seem to be very popular.
The cum,
I-
yeah, bro. hell yeah.
If I could do that, if I could like, all right, like here's like a drop in like I guess every drink, and it was completely like STD free. I don't know. I wouldn't do that for less than like at least a couple million.
Dude, now's the
Couple
time to
million.
be doing it. Now that you're fucking loading yourself up on this mass gainer.
Protein.
This cum has protein and riboflavin and a ton of fucking like zinc. I think there's a ton of zinc in your cum. I've
Yeah.
blown a few ladies in my life. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm getting my good entry and new take. But
Right.
now's the time, bro. You can fucking blow through that. You wouldn't even need the protein shakes. I don't know how much calories are in cum though. You still might need the mass gainer. You can mix that.
I would probably need the mask.
I'm honored
This-
you took the question seriously though. I
This
feel like
one-
most guests-
Yeah, I tried to think it out.
I'm skipping a few forward, but we did bring this up. But Chris, are you still planning? This is from Gene. Chris, are you still planning on physically assaulting Ray William Johnson?
based.
No, that's
No.
not. It's not in the cards anymore.
Those
I
days
would.
are behind
I-
you.
Do you
was
actually dislike him, or it's just like a meme?
No, I just thought it was fun. Like, I just thought the idea because like we're both like short. We both have like Ray in our names. And I thought it would be like kind of disorienting.
Oh, that's funny. I
um,
didn't even put that.
But yeah, no, I don't know. He seems to be just completely uninterested in boxing, which is fair if he's like 86, like you guys say he is.
He really dipped from public view after.
He dipped from mainstream public view. He's still blowing up on Facebook and shit.
Isn't it? I think his band just came back. They're working on a
Yeah,
new
your
album.
favorite Martian
My
or whatever the
favorite
fuck.
Martian or whatever.
What?
Yeah, fucking whatever.
Dude, I love that clip people use as a meme of him with a baseball bat going like, "You little lesbian," and then like goes to him. It's dude, the best thing ever.
That's
bro.
what that reminds me, like, you ever see that image of the cat, Mike Myers, the cat in the hat with a bat behind JFK?
Yes, yes, yes.
That image is like so iconic to me. Like I think about that at least once every day, and it boosts my mood
I love
exponentially.
that shit.
A little serotonin.
Actually, wait, I got a question, and I'm not a patron, but I'm technically a member of the Patreon.
You better pay then.
His favorite
Yeah.
slur.
I know that like a lot of the content that you put out, or I don't know about recently, but I know that you have a lot of music that you put out, and I was
Oh yeah,
I was
You
wondering.
got some pipes, bro.
Yeah, dude. First of all,
appreciate
I was gonna ask if you have any background in music. Like, what is your background in music? And also, I was wondering if you've ever put out like a project that was unrelated to like memes or YouTube or commentary, like just a music project.
yeah. I mean, I used to write songs like in my fucking basement when I was living at home.
Serious
Uh,
stuff or comedy?
Yeah, it was serious. There was some comedy too. Like I like to have fun with it, but I don't know. It's been a I'm not. I can play and I can sing reasonably well enough, but like it's mixing, man. Like mixing is an art, and I don't understand it.
Mhm.
Like it just fucks me up every time. It's like, and I know that there are people have been totally willing to help me do it, but like I've been weird about that for a long time, about handing my stuff. Like I've made videos even and like handed it off to editors, and there's something about it that feels fucking weird. Like I prefer to edit my own thing, and like
I like doing it myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
get it.
almost, you know what it is? If I'm going to put out anything, I want to know that I don't have to rely on anybody to do it. And I want to know that, like, okay, I can edit this video myself. If I need a 3D asset, I've got to learn 3D. You know, like I've got to learn Blender, or like if I want to
Mhm.
mix properly, I've got to learn Logic. Unfortunately, I don't have that time. So like ultimately it's just kind of like a stalemate where like nothing kind of gets done.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll reach out to people, obviously, if they're good at what they do. Like I've had some CG stuff implemented in old videos before. I had like an alien invasion one that was fucking hilarious. I had
Based.
That's awesome.
and some other things too. Like I think I had like a news recap where the joke was I was just sort of like enjoying the last day before North Korea nukes us. That was like around the time
Nice.
people were concerned about that. And I had this big CGI missile that was like really slow because North Korean tech sucks. So it was just like really slowly approaching the coastline or whatever the fuck. And that was fun. But I don't know. As far as like music, it's weird because music, I used to take it a lot more seriously. And I kind of, obviously, like when you're a moody teen, you're writing a bunch of like fucking cringe shit.
Cringe.
But I also
shit,
kind of like I don't know. I think it's kind of like endearing. Like I look back at it and I'm like, this is like it's cringe, but it's also cute, and it's kind
Yeah.
of like there's something, I don't know. Even if it is like kind of embarrassing, it's also like real in a way that I feel
For
like
sure. For sure.
people are. I feel like people are way too afraid to do that shit now. Like you know that fucking guy. Oh my god, Jake Novak. Are you familiar with that name?
It sounds familiar. Give me a refresher.
So he did that. I want to be an SNL cast
Oh
member.
my god, yes. That
You know,
guy.
like that was so fucking painfully cringe.
yes.
But like that's a genuine like he really like
That's
you know what I
real.
mean? That's a real. That is, and he got bullied off the internet for that. He has not shown his face at all since then.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Yeah.
kind of sad. Like I feel like, dude, if you're in content, you are cringe. Like it's cringe. Like
For
you have
sure.
to like
Yeah.
you have to embrace
sure.
that. Otherwise, you're just fucking not gonna. You're afraid of embarrassing yourself on video, dude. Like it's all this is.
It's
Devil's
true.
advocate, though, there was a guy who did something similar. Let me get his name down real quick. Spoken bird poetry.
That sounds awesome.
I think I've heard that. I think
That
you told
sounds
me about
sick.
this
I
guy.
love
Dude,
that.
this guy, Seth Simons, okay? The least funny human you've ever seen. And he does this whole video called Spoken Bird Poetry. And as soon as Norm Macdonald died, he went on this huge tirade about how Norm sucked. And like,
That's
he was-
crazy.
Oh
he was
my
funnier
God.
than Norm. and everyone just pulled up all his old comedy videos and just he has been obliterated from the internet and can never like show his
Yeah,
face.
why would he do
And
that?
it's so that's one of the times though where I'm like, because I get what you're saying.
No,
There
it's
is something nice
it's
about being real, but there's some people who deserve to be just booted.
it's it's
Like
different if-
Froggy Fresh, we're coming for you. Chris says we're
That's
coming
right.
for
You are
Oh,
obliterated.
man.
We're
Yeah,
the
get
Chris.
ready to
We're
be
the Chris Head
destroyed.
Army, Ray Gun Army, bro.
you guys are gonna get me
coming.
assassinated.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, I don't know if it's like if it's just like a person being like that seems pretty performative. Like that seems to me like, oh yeah, I'm better than Norm. And then like, I don't think he's necessarily like doing it on purpose in the sense that he understands that he's like kind of like playing a character. But I do think like he played it up and then he was just like, all right, well, I can't back down because fuck you. And then he just became like insufferable. That's different than like, I don't know, people, writing music. I would like to do it again, but I just, I don't know.
I get.
When's the last time you wrote something serious musically?
Kind of recently, actually. Like I think
for real?
like in the last like 2 months, I think.
Unreleased, I'm assuming, or
I mean, I put up like a rough kind of, just literally just me playing. It's on Instagram or something. I can't remember exactly where I posted it, but it's like a, just like a demo kind of thing of something. Because I have like 10 songs that are done. Like as far as like writing goes, I just don't. It's just the mixing, man, and it's all that shit that I got to figure out. And I don't have time until after the fight, basically. Because this fight is just consuming everything. I can't
focus on that.
I can't split my focus.
You gotta win.
We're flying in. We're gonna do a ton of blow together, and we're gonna watch you kill this guy in the ring.
That's right.
In the ring. No,
I totally get what you mean though. Is like because I've dabbled in music in the past too, but never did anything serious. But it was one of those things where it's like at the time I was like, this is cringe. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to promote this and all this shit. But then you look at some of these other guys who did do that back then. They put out that cringe content back in the day. But now, but at the time, it wasn't perceived as cringe. People were like, oh, this is funny or cool. And when you look back on it, it's aged badly, but it doesn't matter because they've moved on to something else. And it
exactly
helped to jumpstart them. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, I should have done it then, but it'd be cringe to do it now. So I'm
right.
And then I'm gonna be fucking. I'll be 35 and be like, oh, why the fuck didn't I just do?
That's the fucking. That's the roaming paralysis window. Yeah. That's fucking. It's just your. Because I remember when I started. Dude, I started YouTube in 2007, and I remember feeling at that time, I'm too late.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking hysterical?
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Because when I started like actually blowing up, it was like 2014. So like I was doing YouTube for 7 years, not making anything.
Yeah.
And
what was the first like? When was the first time that you were like, oh shit, this is like kind of happening for me?
It was probably around the time that I had like brief explosions. There were some songs that I did that like kind of blew up. Blew up to me. Like, it was like 200K on like a song, which for like a channel with like less than 1,000, so that's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
we would shit our pants. If we got 200K on a podcast episode, we would fucking shit our pants.
Dude, isn't that nuts? That's fucking stupid. even for that time, that's crazy. And so like there were a couple of things, but it wasn't until I kind of I guess settled on okay, I'm gonna do this kind of John Tron-esque style mixed with politics, mixed with my own kind of personality, my own dramatized New York accent that is undoubtedly unbearable, but like, it works. It works for videos.
Have you considered doing a racist Chinese accent?
Yeah, we did that for our Snark Tank podcast Patreon exclusive episode.
Did you actually?
Oh, let's go.
we did. So we had this game because we were just trying to do extra episodes for our podcast. Me, Tom Sweeney, and some black guy. That's his name, by the way. It's not me just saying some black guy.
I thought you were. Yeah, I thought you were just one of us.
Good.
But we have these extra episodes where like we were like, all right, we would just give each other a prompt, and you have to sell this fake product as this character. And one of them was like I had to sell like I don't even used puppy insurance as Mr. Win from fucking Hey Arnold. So I did that. Good. So that's out there. So like fucking I don't know. Find me if you
everyone
want.
find the clip. Post it.
No. That's not
dude, Snark Tank. I think dude, that's funny we have you on right now because I swear there was someone who was like, you gotta get the Snark Tank people on the pod. So we got one of you.
We got one of me.
All right, we'll work our way through.
Yeah, we'll work through the other. We've been doing these gay song parodies. Like
Yo, man of my
amazing.
own fucking heart, bro.
Let's
I
yeah,
love
fucking
that
go,
shit.
yeah.
So we did Radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
Oh
That's
yes.
good.
Oh yes.
And
dude.
that one people really like because we we put too much effort into it for like what it, like it sounds like. I think sincerely, like I hate Imagine Dragons, but like I think it goes hard. Like it goes harder
Yeah.
than the real song.
Literally.
It's fucking
Let's
hilarious.
go.
Yeah,
Yes.
hell yeah. Dude,
But-
there's
Hell yeah.
something so like
It's
I make a lot
juvenile.
of but dude, there's something so
fun.
intrinsically about men. I do a lot of gay song parodies I post on Twitter sometimes, but a lot of people are always like, "Oh yeah, Nick Mullen from Cumtown invented that." And I'm like, "Dude, every male I know
Every guy does
has been
this shit.
talking about sucking his dad's cock
Oh, yeah.
in a song since birth."
Yeah,
And
no,
there's
that's-
something just in men where it's so fun to do that shit.
he might. I mean, he might have
He
a lot
might
of
have
credit
like
for
popularized
popularizing
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's
it's like
fair.
it's like the idea of like, you know, Weird Al invented song parody. It's like no way. Like every
Yeah.
like even just like on a road trip and you're listening to fucking the same fucking radio bullshit all the time. Like you eventually just make bullshit up. But you know, it's not like
yeah.
That's
you know,
true.
but they're fucking. It's so fucking fun.
I gotta, dude. I don't think I've heard that one yet. I'm gonna pull
Dude,
that
I'll,
up.
I'll send it to you. I think
Yeah.
you'll appreciate. We did another one called with the Toy Story. You've got a dick in me.
Bro,
yeah.
That's, that was the- that
Randy
was-
Newman, baby. Dude, my
Yeah.
roommate, not my roommate, my friend who lives upstairs, because Randy Newman does the Toy Story soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
He did a theme song for, I don't know if it's a theme song for LA or the LA Dodgers, but it's I love LA, but my buddy sings it all the time. Suck dick, I'm gay. And
Yeah,
it
it's
fucking
classic.
kills me, dude.
Dude, it's
so good.
It's the simplicity of it.
It's
Like there's
amazing.
sometimes and we record our writing sessions too for them because like it's just funny.
Oh,
to
you
see us
guys
come
write
up
them
with it.
all together.
Yeah, we write them all together. It's an extra episode for our podcast. So like
I gotta
it's-
tune into Snark
get
Tank.
together.
Yeah,
bro.
for real. It
This sounds
fresh.
great. This sounds fresh as hell. Dude.
Some episodes are stronger than others, but like that's fucking hilarious. Like it's so fun. Because we'll come up with a good line and then we'll think like that's too smart. Like we've got to make it.
It's
gotta
not
be
dumb
dumber.
enough.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be dumber.
It's like too clever. If it's too clever, it falls apart because then it's
Yeah.
like it feels like too try hard. But I don't know, man. It's a fun. It's so stupid. And I feel like we need. I feel like that's something that's like kind of. I don't know. It's very old school internet, but I don't know. I think it's valuable. It's why I love all of these fucking AI. I'm sorry that I'm getting off on a tangent here.
No, you're good,
No,
baby.
go
But
ahead, go ahead.
the like the AI like Trump and Biden and
Oh my
Ben
God.
Shapiro.
I've been
playing
sending
video
Harris.
games.
I've been sending Harris
So
those
fucking
constantly.
funny.
The one that Albino Vivo just made. I think we're having him in the pod later this week. But he made one with it's Joe Rogan, Peterson, Ben Shapiro, all playing Elden Ring or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
so good, dude.
Dude, I love it. Just the insults that they throw at each other. It's like this is it's surreal. I know that the
I
AI
know.
stuff, the AI stuff is getting is scary for sure. But like for right now, it's goddamn funny.
Yeah,
like
when
whatever
it's
the
a
fuck this
meme.
is, I'm sure this trend is gonna get really old really fast. But for right now, I'm lapping that shit. I would
Dude,
pay for a subscription service. It's all
I
of it.
was telling my buddy the other day that I was kind of like anti-AI because I was like, this shit's kind of creepy. As soon as those videos started coming out, I was like, dude, robots
This is
can
amazing.
beat me to death. This is the best thing ever.
It is
let
mad
it keep
funny.
going. Yeah.
Chris, the one that you retweeted that was like them playing Minecraft, like Trump playing Minecraft and getting attacked by a mob spawner. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
and
about?
he sounds
That shit
genuine.
was killing me. It sounds so real.
He sounds genuinely exasperated. He's like, "Fuck, I just died," and it's like
I know.
it's so fucking funny.
I think the part that I don't understand about those like chat bots is like, how do they get the tone to be like? Is there a way to edit it to make it so that like he
I was
sounds
wondering that
angry
too,
or-
bro.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't fucked around with it. I actually just subscribed to like one of the services because I want to fuck around with it because it just
Yeah.
seems so fucking fun.
it is.
But
funny.
I have to imagine that it has something to do with how you punctuate.
That's what I
Like,
figured.
Yeah,
Exclamation marks or question marks. or
like
whatever.
question marks, exclamation marks, commas, maybe hyphens to illustrate maybe like an interruption.
yeah.
I that's just me guessing though. I
mean,
really have no idea.
Dude, a few weeks ago when Zach sent one to me for the first time, I didn't realize it was AI. I thought it was like somebody doing
Impressions, yeah.
a really good impression. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, this is funny. and then it wasn't until
the
I forget
Morrowind
which
one I
it was.
sent
I think it
you.
was the Morrowind one.
Yes,
Yeah, and
it's
I was like,
so good.
I was like,
dude.
I don't get it. Is this somebody are they like a really good voice actor? And you were like, no, dude, it's AI. And I was like, I had to
Yeah.
go back and listen to it, and it still didn't.
Yeah,
click.
some of
Have
them.
you seen
Some
the
of them are
Morrowind
rough.
one?
I haven't seen the Morrowind one.
An
That is
Argonian
funny.
comes to the final boss and he keeps like just being racist to lizards or whatever. It's so fucking funny, dude.
No, send that my way. I love
dude,
I
it's
love
funny.
this shit.
Send that your
My
way.
TikTok For You page is all that. It's just all that.
Oh hell yeah, dude. The ones just between Joe Biden and Donald Trump are just too fucking.
They kill me.
classic.
And
Like,
then Barack
they're
Obama's in
so-
there, and then
Yeah,
George
man.
Bush will show up every now and again. It's just like, this is amazing.
It's so
Dude,
good.
this is I love this patron, Shrek the Third. He has a funny ass fucking laugh. But I technically asked you this question in the first 3 seconds, but I'm gonna ask it again just because he
Sure.
asked it. Why the fuck do you have a Grinder profile picture for all of your profile pictures? Are you really not doing this shit on purpose?
I'm not. What do I do? What?
It
What am I
literally
doing?
seems like in your head you're like, oh, camera, gotta look sexy.
I mean, I'd
Every
rather.
picture.
I'd
Rather
rather
look
look good.
good.
You know,
Yeah, why
you know
not?
what I mean? It's like
I
it's
understand.
Have
I
you
don't
made a
know.
Grinder profile before?
no, not yet.
Not
I've
yet.
met
It hasn't
I
come
met
yet.
my past girlfriend on it, bro. It's great, dog.
Let's go.
Really great for meeting hung women.
Dude, I gotta ask this question because it's Zwick. Zwick the editor. He
Oh,
is an
Zwick's the man,
important,
Zwick's the
very
man.
important member of our Patreon. But he said, "Thank you for having a consistent opinion your entire YouTube career. I'm okay with people changing their minds, but a lot of people that I used to follow seem to have the mentality of, quote unquote, it's only okay if we do it, even when they shit on other people for doing it.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to have a consistent opinion?"
I don't know. It's frustrating to me too, because I feel crazy sometimes, because like I've been saying the same shit forever. And I get treated like I didn't. Like, there's so many people who like, oh man, your videos used to be right wing. And I was like, where?
Yeah.
Like just literally like link me a video and express to me like where like what I say that's right wing, and then they'll bring that Richard Spencer fucking video, right? And they'll be like, you said Richard Spencer probably wasn't a Nazi. It's like, that's not a right wing thing to say.
Yeah.
That's just an observation. It might be a misguided one, but that's not even that's not a policy prescription.
Yeah.
What are you fucking doing? Or just like, oh, you said retard once, so like you're fucking you're right wing, I guess. It's like, are you stupid? It's just insane. Like,
Yeah.
I can't.
You're Puerto Rican. You're allowed to say retard. That shit.
I
No,
am.
no. I'm-
I can say whatever I fucking goddamn want.
Based.
But the thing, I don't know, man. It's just bizarre to me, because a lot of people, and I guess most people are hypocrites. I think everybody's a hypocrite in some way, right?
Oh yeah.
Because like, I mean, no one's 100% consistent, but I try to be as consistent as possible, unless my mind sincerely changes, which, you know, I on some issues, I guess it sort of has, but not to the degree that I would go ahead and like disavow many of the things that I've said before. Like, I still feel like everything that every new opinion or every new thought process that I've kind of come into over the years fits very firmly within what I kind of already, you know, thought to be a reasonable way of looking at things. And it's just, I don't know. It's such a tricky thing to navigate, because, you know, I look at some of the people who were big around the time that I was really hitting it, right? Like, really like making constant stuff all the time. And they're like fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I don't know what the hell. Like, maybe they drink their own Kool-Aid or something, or maybe they just like, they surround themselves with people who are just basically,
Yes
you know,
men.
kind of like yes men, or there's a confirmation bias. Like, dude, I used to hang out with Tim Pool, you know? I don't know what the fuck is
No
going
way,
on.
dude. For real?
Yeah. I mean, like, not like we weren't like best friends or anything, but we hung out at least
Did you ever? Does
3
his
times. And he
beanie
seemed,
have an odor?
no.
I'm convinced his beanie smells like shit.
What's
I
your
mean, well, I don't know.
perception
I
of
didn't sniff his beanie.
I was gonna say,
That's good
what
to
is
know.
your,
That's good to know.
What is, you know what, Chris? You know why you're such a great guest is that you answer all of Zach's questions like with earnest, like even
I know.
like that's ridiculous.
I love
Well,
it.
I was gonna say, what do you think is going on with Tim Pool? Like, what is your diagnosis of
Man,
that
I don't know,
situation?
man. I think
Bald.
I think what's
He is
happened. I think honestly is what happened is, like, you know, he you know, he has an audience that is incredibly milkable. And I think, you know, I don't even necessarily think, I think for a time he might have been doing it just to milk him. I think sincerely, like, he was like, hey man, you know, it's an audience. I gotta, you know, they're fucking buying my fucking merch. They
You're
think
calling him a grifter.
I mean, I think he was a grifter for a hot minute. I think he believes his shit now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what happens to you when you like buy a fucking compound and surround yourself with just
Is
purely
he a compound boy?
he has a fucking compound, and like I feel like he just never leaves. I don't know. I haven't talked with him in a long time, but like I remember meeting up with him, and he was a very fucking reasonable fucking like anybody you would meet. Like just totally down to talk. He would and I think just on some level maybe he still might be that, but dude. You got to get outside, man. Like actually, like everybody. That's not even just for Tim Pool. That's for fucking everybody. A lot of you spend way too much fucking time looking at Twitter and fucking doing nothing else, and it's fucking cringe, and it's real. Noticeable.
Yeah,
it's noticeable with how seriously you take shit, and it's goddamn embarrassing. Like, I don't know. The pandemic really fucked everybody up. He's locked people inside for so long.
That is true.
Dude, forget touch grass. Go outside and touch ass. Go get laid.
Yeah.
Fucking interact with people. Dude, this is gonna be the last question because we're down to the last 6 minutes.
Sure.
But I think this is a very solid one. From Mr. Charles. If Chris was on you're familiar with Seinfeld?
Of course, yeah. I love Seinfeld.
Excellent. I'm a huge fucking Seinfeld nerd. If Chris was on an episode of
Oh.
Seinfeld where he dated Elaine, what reasons would she have for eventually breaking up with him? And remaining the sexiest single minx in TV. She is so fucking hot.
She's banging, man. Like,
yeah,
the prototype, dude.
Yeah,
perfect. Like, if I loathe the fact that I was born in the year that I was born,
dude. Right?
So that you don't have a shot.
I did just no shot at all, and it's just like, god damn.
Is she
like,
married?
she has kids.
Yeah, she's got kids and stuff.
But like mid 90s, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like, like beautiful.
I still think, bro, if she had like a 9-inch cock, she'd be even hotter. I'm just throwing that out there.
You know what? I would not say no to that.
Right there with you.
That's too. It's too. Like, look, man, I'll do whatever.
Oh my god, she's older than my parents. Holy shit!
Isn't that crazy?
How old is she?
That's crazy. She was born in 61.
Woo!
Yeah.
Damn.
That's pretty old, man.
Yeah. But
anyway, it still looks great.
What reason would she have to? I honestly, I feel like it would be a height thing, probably. I would imagine, right? Because like it would.
Isn't there an episode where she dates a dwarf?
No.
Or am I confusing that with something?
Crazy.
I'm thinking of Golden Girls. I think. Okay.
Yeah. No way. But like, I feel like it would be like, there would be a conversation in Jerry's apartment where it's like, so the vantage point issue is not.
Well, wait a minute. How tall is she? Let me see.
Let's see. Because she's probably small.
5'3". She's an inch shorter than you, bro.
Hey,
you're
so
good, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yo, let's fucking go.
I mean, I've been with taller women too. It's not really.
Dude, tall women are my fucking weakness, bro. They're like, that's prime time.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'm jealous you're 5'4", bro. I'm 5'9", and it's like fucking so much harder. I feel like you're like, you could find tall babes easy.
Yeah, I'm at a good short level where it's like I'm short enough for people to notice, but not so short that it's off-putting.
Yeah.
So it's like good. I got it. But
well, this Froggy Fresh guy is shorter than you, right?
Yeah, he's like maybe like an inch and a half shorter than me. It's not crazy. It's not that much of a advantage.
It'll make it easier for her to kidnap.
But man, that's a good fucking question though.
You think it'd be the height thing? I could see it being maybe she.
No, because she's
a video.
She's too close to my
height.
If
she sees a video and thinks you're a Nazi. That's what I would think.
Dating
maybe
a Nazi?
Thinks you're like a yes.
I think you're dating a Nazi.
Wow. Wait,
Yeah,
I just looked it up. Froggy Fresh is 5 foot flat.
2.
That's not true.
Oh, he's 5 flat.
That's not true.
5 flat.
It looked like 5'2".
It says here that he's 1.55 meters tall, which in conversion to feet is 5.0.
I'll say this as somebody who's been with him in person.
There's no way.
No way. Like I think 5'2" maybe.
Okay, but he's
on
still,
that thing someone sent
guy.
us where they were betting on who would win. It says 5'2". It says 5'2".
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably 5'2", but mine says 5'5", and I'm 5'4". So like maybe they round up or round down. I don't know how they do it.
No. Yours says at least from the screenshot they sent us, yours does say 5'4".
Oh, does it? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I must have been like a pre. Yeah, I might have been like one of the early pre-release ones that they sent. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've been training fucking hard, and I think it's.
Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm literally.
hyped.
I had
very
such
hyped.
a good time talking to you that honestly, and this is also because I'm banging an incredibly hot Korean woman who works as an airline pilot, so I get free flights. But I may come to Florida. I may come to Florida to watch this shit. Do we have
Well,
to
That would be
pre-buy?
lit. Yeah,
Do we
you
have to
gotta
buy
get
tickets?
tickets for
There are
sure.
tickets. I mean, it's been on sale for a while, so like a lot of the front seats are fucking gone. But like, I mean, you could still. It's a big arena. There's big screens everywhere. There's pretty good advantages from all places. So if you want to, I think the website is thecreatorclash.com. If you want to go get a
Okay,
ticket,
hell yeah.
see it
Yeah.
live. It's gonna be a fucking fun show. I don't think we're gonna have any Matt Watsons.
I
Yeah,
I
but-
hope not, bro. I hope not. Dog.
I really don't
That
think so. I think everybody's taking it fucking super seriously. I've been, dude. I've been sweating like I've been raining. Like I've never sweat so much that I rain. But
That's
like,
good, man.
but, like,
Dude, that means you're
it's-
getting in at work. Yeah, it's
it-
crazy.
Yo, you should play "There Ain't No Rest for the Triggered" for your walkout song.
I've got.
Oh,
That would be baller.
I have a walkout planned. It is it's fun. It's a fun one. It's
You gonna
very
keep it secret, or are you gonna
it's-
tell us?
I'll say that it's obnoxiously Hispanic,
Oh,
like in an almost offensive way. But like
Let's
we'll see how it
fucking
goes.
go. All right, dude. Hell yeah.
Based.
And also, I'm sure everybody's gonna know where to find you anyway. But do you want to plug your YouTube and Twitter and anywhere else that people can reach you right now?
Yeah, fucking yeah. I mean, I'm sure if you just Google Chris Raygun, you'll find all my shit. But I will say, there's a Twitter account that says @ChrisRaygun. That's not me. It's a fucking
Okay.
parody account that's been out of commission for fucking years. My Twitter is Chris R Gun because
Got
that
it.
one was taken. But but it's funny too because I see that Twitter account get harassed a lot. So it's like it's kind of like a
Hilarious.
blessing.
Yeah, he's taking the heat.
Yeah, he's taking. Yeah, it's like
All
it's
right.
almost like a decoy, but
We
yeah.
got less than a minute. I got to thank the executive patrons: Gzan, Trash Bins, Brat Brat Pew Pew, Trevor Stilson, Snake Oiler Man, Trios,
Yeah.
Madre Mothra. You guys rock. Excellent episode, bro. Thank you for
so much, man.
rolling
This
with
was
the
lit.
punches.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
This
And
is great.
again, Froggy Fresh, we're going to kill you.
we are
okay?
going to destroy
Me, Chris
you.
Gunn, and Harris, we're coming to kill you.
I can't say that.
His name's gonna be Froggy beat to death when we're done.
Let's
with him.
fucking
That's,
go,
let's
dude.
Hillary tried to kill me with an AR. Locked up in my cell cause she thought I couldn't get far. Broke her jaw with a kick that was so slick. I think she's still mad cause that time Bill sucked my dick. Now I'm in the Philippines smoking mad roaches while you're all acting weird like toxoplasmosis. Stephen Hawking, I know it's shocking, was on my rape jet with his dick out rocking.